is CJ. My business name is the Second Story Home Co. So excited to have you here. We're going to have Pyrex, mostly clear Pyrex. I do have some amber. I have one printed. I have some brass, wood, old Tupperware, and my Pyrex, by the way, is the Capital Pyrex. So the vintage type. I have some Indiana glass in different colors. Um, some plated things, some decor from the 80s. Got a lot of stuff going on. I am a new seller, so I don't have illusions that we're going to have 50 people come in and I'll just be able to run this auction after auction. So if you are interested in a certain thing, I will try to get some stuff displayed. I actually have some things displayed now, but it's kind of hard to see everything I noticed on the camera. And then I have so much more in boxes as well. So, that being said, let me get this camera oriented. Man, I think I'm going to have to sit down to be able to let you see the items and be able to see my screen. So, if you're listening to my voice, if you want to put into the chat what you might be interested in, I am selling things per pound today. I believe that is probably just the easiest way to move forward for all these different pieces that are so beautiful. $7 per pound is definitely a steal. These are vintage items. Oh, no one's online. Okay. That's okay. Gotta grow. Gotta walk before we can run, right? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We do. Yes, we do. I'm gonna have to sit down for the show though. Hi, look back. Could join in. I'm doing special requests. I am a new seller, so hi, thanks for communicating. I'm a new seller, so I recognize that I probably won't have a lot of people online. That's okay. If you have something you're interested in, I will special pull it for you. I have vintage um, Pyrex, lots of vintage clear Pyrex, lots of it. I have some Visionware, Tupperware, vintage, crystal, brass, um, porcelain, Indiana glass. I have so much that I can't display on screen. Got this beautiful 1982 Norman Rockwell calendar, just pristine condition. Cute, cute, cute. These pictures. And so, what I'm doing today for my sale is I'm running it per pound. So, whatever you like, it's going to be $7 a pound and it'll ship flat rate. So I think you're getting a great deal today. I'm just looking to clear out some of this inventory. And so I hope we both win. So this is some of the stuff I have for sale. I have a lot that's off camera just because I can't fit it in the screen. I have a crystal lamp up there. It's crystal and brass vintage lamp. That thing is fancy. This crystal lamp. I have this printed Pyrex. I have some Visionware right here. I have a ton of vintage pie plates. Oh my goodness, these things are so fun. I collect them, and my loss is your gain for you to get them at $7 a pound. I have all kinds of ages of vintage Pyrex clear pie plates. You can tell they're different ages because they have different vintage stamps. This one is a Fireking. This one, you see, I'll show you the different stamps. You see that different Pyrex vintage stamp? and how it was different from the first vintage Pyrex I showed you. What year? I do not know that. Unfortunately, I'm not versed enough on the vintage Pyrex to know what year each stamp is from. I can just tell you I have a variety. In the vintage Pyrex, I'm the little bit I do know is more 60s and 70s. You were looking for some lids? I got lids. I got lids. Let me gonna box the lid right here. Do you know what size you're looking for? That would help me tell you faster if I have it or not, because I have about 10 vintage Pyrex lids. I have oval lids. I have, let's see, I have round, I have clear round, amber round, that Visions purple round. Let's see. Sorry, that was my plastic water bottle that fell. This, I don't think I would call this oval, but I want to show it to you just in case that's what you mean. Sorry, my water bottle keeps falling all over the place. That's what makes it a noise. And then I have this one, which again, I don't know if I would call that oval, but if you do, let me know. So these are the two that are closest to oval that I got. I will measure them for you if you need that. I do have a lot of rounds in different colors, vintage Pyrex. No, that's fine. Okay, no problem. Well, thank you for asking. Sorry I didn't have your thing today. I do have this little Pyrex lid. This is one of those, the fridge containers that you grab, easy grab. But I don't think I have a perfect oval one, no. Oh, cool. Awesome. Are you a collector or a reseller? I'm a little bit of both. I'm starting my reselling business, and that's why I'm new on whatnot. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, I'm sorry I don't know the year. That's one of my to-do lists is to learn the different vintage Pyrex stamps. I'll show you this one since you're a collector. You probably already have one of these. I don't think they're necessarily hard to find, but I thought this was gorgeous. This is a Fireking. It has that the stamped, and you can feel the ridges. I just think it's gorgeous. It's my favorite piece in here. But like I said, I don't think they're super rare, so you probably have one. Oh, I didn't know those had a lid. I thought the pie plate, because this is a pie plate. I didn't know the pie plates had a lid, or maybe you mean you have a deeper version. Hi, Ange. Good to have you here. I'm a new seller, so oh, you got a deeper one. That's really cool. Look back. And I'm a new seller here, so I don't think we're going to have a running auction per se because I don't have the audience to do that. But if you have certain things you're wanting to see, or I could just start showing you some of my things, I would love to see if I have something that works for you today. I have different color Indiana glass. I have crystal, brass. I do have some vintage wood. I have a wood planer up here for woodworking, vintage wood planer. Let me show you. I have a hand mixer. I have a bunch of crystal coasters with the plated rims. I have some vintage Tupperware, porcelain. And I could start showing you some things, but I don't want to waste your time. Do you have something you're interested in? Oh, I'm sorry, Luke Beck. No, I unfortunately I don't have any Fire King mugs. I would love to have some Fire King mugs though. And just have a few Pyrex I'm searching for, but not in need of anything clear. Good luck on your show. Thank you so much. Yes, I have mainly cleared today. I do have this one print right here, and I have some vision wear and some vision wear that's not listed. So thank you so much, Ange. If you'll give me a follow, that would definitely help me as a new seller. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Hi, Courtney. Joining in. I am a new seller and whatnot, and so we're probably not going to have a big crowd. I'm taking special requests. Do you have anything specific you're looking for when it comes to vintage Pyrex? I have a little bit of Fire King. I have crystal items, wood items, brass, vintage kitchenware. Thank you, Luke Beck, for giving me a follow, by the way. Courtney, if you're interested in just seeing what I have, I could also take the camera around. Unfortunately, I tried to get as much as I could in the film, but I have about 3 times what you can see, and I can't get it all on screen. I do have lids, yes, ma'am. Do you know what size you're looking for and what shape? Hi, different things. It's full of new Pyrex sellers figuring it out. I don't know what that means, different things. I wish I did. Me too. Your room is full of new Pyrex sellers figuring it out. Okay. Courtney, I do have lids. If you'll let me know what size, I'll measure them for you. I have round. Um, it's not quite an oval, but they're the like the casserole tops. I have some in clear, some in amber. I have some in purple, which is the Vision Wear line. It kind of is this tint. I have some lids in that. Oh, okay. I got you different things. Sorry, I really wasn't sure what you were meaning. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what to do with the Pyrex in an estate. Okay. I um I love vintage Pyrex. Some of it is worth a lot, and some of it is just kind of normal. Um, I would probably say most of the stuff I have today is in the normal range. Um, you definitely, I'm sure if you're selling things, like if you check on eBay, you can see what things are sold for. And something I've learned, if you know it already, I'm sorry to talk down to you. I don't mean to, but if you look on eBay for it, don't just go by what it's listed for because people can list it for anything. You want to look for the item and then you want to filter for the items that have finished or sold or completed or sold is what it's called, completed and sold. And then that will tell you what it's selling for in the last 90 days. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm new to reselling. I'm trying to start this as a small business to help support my family, you know, and I love going to estate sales and finding vintage Pyrex. A lot of times I've found it is overpriced. But yeah, I mean that's just how it is when you're learning to buy and sell. And um, if you're wanting to learn more, I have sold a few things Pyrex. I think my more high priced items sell fast on eBay, and then this kind of medium tier, 100 pieces, maybe patterned, all mid. Oh wow, yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, honestly, like you probably already know, I would just check eBay solds. Because if you see what it sells for in the past 90 days, like somebody bought that, and if somebody bought that at that price, someone else might be willing to buy it at that price. But 100 pieces and 10 are patterned. Wow. Yeah. I do think the patterned pieces sell for more. I think that's what I'm learning. I am really attracted to this clear stuff though. I tell you, I find, let me show you my Fireking clear. Starting pattern pieces at 15. It might be kind of low, honestly. Yeah. Oh, okay, Courtney, I'll check for you. Oh, mm, I I'm new to vintage Pyrex, so I don't know if I know the number. Like, for instance, this one says Pyrex in capitals and 29. Um, I have in my research, I've seen numbers like you're putting out there, but I don't know enough off the top of my head to know if I got that. All right, so this Pyrex is P150C. They will be flat with handles on the side. So this is the only one I have of that style. Thank you for telling me, Courtney. So this is the only one I have of that style. Um, Different things. I use my grandma's bug Pyrex batter bowl every Sunday. That's cool. Yeah, Courtney, thank you. Thank you for helping me out too. I didn't realize the 400s were this style, but this is the only one I have today. Now I'm constantly looking for Pyrex. So if you will give me a follow, next Pyrex show I have, come on in and see if I found another one. I'll try to look out for the 400s with the flat handle. Are you a collector, Courtney? Or are you looking for some lids to complete some bowls for resale? I'm cool. I'm cool with resellers. I'm trying to be a reseller. It's a hard business to get into at first until you build up like people that like you, know you, trust you. Antique Archive, if you're with us, welcome in. Different things, check out my show. I have loose lids I could not match. Oh, cool. Yeah. So good connection. Courtney, if you want to check out different things, she has a bunch of Pyrex, or he, I'm not sure. They have a bunch of Pyrex that they're trying to sell. Oh, Courtney, you just start collecting. I get it. That's why anytime I'm at thrift, yard sale, estate sale, and I see a Pyrex lid, I just buy it because I don't know the day I'm going to find the bowl that needs the lid, or maybe a buyer who needs the lid for their bowl. So I'm with you. I'm constantly collecting Pyrex. That's why I'm having this show today, because I need to clear out some of this stuff. So that's why I have it on sale, $7 a pound. Yeah. So different things just shared with you, Courtney, that she doesn't have, or he. Again, I don't know gender right now because I can't see the picture well, but different things does not have them listed as pre-bids, but if you come in the show and ask for that certain size, they'll show them. So that might be a good option for you. Rainbow Rick. Okay. All right. Sounds good, Rainbow Rick. In fact, I'll give y'all both a follow right now. But yeah, patterned Pyrex at 15, honestly, I think that's a little cheap. But if Rainbow Rick, if you have a good following, um, that might work well, because then you might have a whole bunch of people bidding on it and it'll bid up. I just don't have that kind of following, so I have to price my things where I can make at least a few dollars. Ooh, that's awesome. Courtney and different things. I'm so glad y'all made that connection. I love that. I love that. I have my coffee and my little Hogwarts Platform 9 3/4 mug. I think it's just us three online right now. That's why I'm just chilling. I wish I had what y'all needed though. But that's okay. Maybe another time. I do love this vintage Pyrex. Sorry to poach, but I am one and done looking to clear. Okay. Keep good looking pieces of you. Makes sense. Makes sense. Do I have any Pyrex coffee cups or just what's shown on your shelf? Yeah, so I don't have any Pyrex cups right now. I do have a lot more than shown on my shelf. I just don't have enough shelving and a good enough camera angle to get it all in. Amy, join on in. Different things. Thanks for that funny. And that was fun. You're right. You're right. Amy, I am taking requests. If you're still online and would like to see something, I have glass clear vintage Pyrex. I have one patterned print. I have some vision, kind of a purplish tint vintage. And I got some porcelain, brass, wood, vintage kitchenware, silver plated items. I think I said crystal. I got a crystal lamp up there. It's gorgeous. No, y'all didn't. So this is, I'm a new seller. I've been selling for a week on Whatnot, and this is my sixth show. And I have the most people jump in and jump out than I've ever seen. Like they jump in and jump out so fast that they don't even count on the viewers as viewers when I get the report after the show is done. So I will literally have 20, 30, 40 people just jump in and out. And I guess what they're doing is they're just kind of swiping through looking for giveies. And because I don't have them, they just keep swiping. But if y'all know why people do that, let me know. Yeah, that's so again, I'm a new seller. I'm just trying out some things. Um what I did for this show, and I didn't learn this from anyone. It might not be a great way to do it. So just FYI that as I'm telling you this, this might not be good. I think it is. Um is I have found myself not having enough time to research each one of these pieces and list them. And so my goal was to just bring in this mass amount to Whatnot and get rid of as much of it as I could find buyers for. So I kind of weighed out stuff and I found that while it was a deal for the buyer, I was okay selling things for about $7 a pound. And what I would do is like if something weighed a pound and 5 ounces, I would round up to two. So I round up to the highest number. That does two things for me. It helps me get what I believe I need to get out of it, and it helps with Whatnot's shipping bundling because you have to tell Whatnot ahead of time how heavy the item is and how you want it shipped. If you want it to be bundled or if you want a maximum of one or two or three of those items per box. And I try to do the flat rate shipping. For one reason is because those flat rate boxes are free to us as sellers. And so I don't have to pay for boxes. So what I did was I went in and I created temporary listings for random pools for 1 pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, 4 pounds, 5 pounds. And on each one of those temporary listings, I set the starting bid at the $7 per pound. So if it was the 1 pound pool, I set it for 7. If it was the 2 pound pool, I set the starting bid at 14. 3 pound pool, I set it at 21. And I also made the setting where it would bundle up to 2 or 3 items for the lower weights. But once it got to 3 pounds, I made it where it only fits one of them per box. And so 3 pounds, 4 pounds, 5 pounds only get one per box. They don't bundle with anything else because I need weight and room for packing materials when it comes to these breakables. And so I planned it out well. So like this item, this is one of my smallest pieces. This item is right under a pound. So I would get $7 for this vintage Pyrex, very, short refrigerator bowl. And then it would ship in a flat rate box, potentially with 1 or 2 other 1 pound pieces, maybe even up to 5 1 pound pieces, because I don't think I set a limit on that. Hi, David, or Davnik, join us. Cultural Cherish, join us. Let me know if you're looking for something special. I'm answering a question from different things right now. And so, yeah, different things. I think I did explain all the details. I think I'm rambling at this point. But I believe that that will get me what I need from these pieces and still get people a good deal. And it ships out appropriately where the buyer is getting a cheaper price on shipping. It's reduced shipping because it's a flat rate. While at the same time, I'm not getting in a danger zone to have to pay a whole lot to ship glass items or not have enough room in the box to be able to put the proper amount of padding. 8 small and a large priority, 4 medium, 2 large, 1 set. Awesome. Yeah, I don't, I'll have to think about that for maybe a later show for myself. 8 small and large priority, 4 medium, 2 large, 1 set. That's awesome. I think for me, the biggest hang up with bundling correctly is Whatnot wants to know in advance what you're going to do because they have to know what to charge the buyer at the time of purchase. If Whatnot was different and I could, after you're done purchasing, figure out the most economic way to get it to you and then charge you the shipping, I think that would come out cheaper, but then the buyer has to buy the item without knowing how much they're going to pay for shipping, which is always a little scary, especially with so many scammers out there in the world. Ridman, welcome in. I got Davnik, thank you for joining me and following me. I really appreciate it. I'm a new seller and Whatnot. I'm selling vintage Pyrex for $7 a pound today. I do round up. So if it's over a pound, it'll round up to 2, yada yada. That way I make sure it ships correctly and it doesn't get over bundled with other pieces of glass and then doesn't arrive safely to your door. I would love to show you some stuff. I have, good morning. Thanks for communicating, Davnik. I really appreciate it. I had this one pattern, Pyrex. I have some vision wear. I have some replacement lids, vintage Pyrex. I have a lot of clear vintage Pyrex and some clear Fireking pie plates. I love those things. I have one of these lids that have the flat handle. They're for the vintage refrigerator ones. I got some Indiana glass in boxes off screen. I have some brass, silver plated items off screen. I wish I had a better way to get them all on screen, honestly, because I know it's hard to say if you're interested in something unless you can see it. But do you know by chance what you're looking for? Scan. Oh, that's a good idea. I also, though, I don't have them out pretty either. So maybe that's my learning for next time, different things, because they're kind of in boxes on the floor. So next time I will make sure to get them a little prettier. But I got this box. It's got some silver plated, some kitchenware, a vintage table runner, A vintage 1982 Norma Rockwell calendar. Got a vintage how to adapt most hand-knit patterns for the bond. Super cool. Some vintage Christmas. Old World Santa. Davnik, do you know what you might be interested in? I do have some more boxes, but like I said, I didn't do a good job of setting everything up, and I'll do a better job our next show. I have some of these I have a bunch actually of these crystal coasters with the silver plating. I have 3 different patterns of these crystal coasters. I have replacement microwave plates, which is kind of random. I do have some vintage of those, and I have some modern of those. Just putting out there my glassware. I am selling glassware today, vintage, for $7 a pound. I'm trying to think how I could get this stuff out. I think I just need to get another bookshelf in here for my next show. I don't have enough shelving. I showed this a little earlier. This is my favorite piece I have today. It is, like I said, I don't think it's super rare, but it is a Fireking pie plate. Okay, you're a baker and you're interested in large mixing bowls for sourdough proofing. Okay. I don't have mixing bowls today. I did have one and I sold it already. I had a beautiful 4-liter vintage Pyrex mixing bowl with the white daisies, but it's sold already. Um, yeah, I don't know. Large mixing bowls. I don't know that I have that for you. I do have these vintage bowls. I would not call them mixing bowls. You wouldn't probably call it either. Different things. Batter bowls. Just like if you touch it, run it. If you research it, list it, and bin at high price. Sorry, different things. I don't quite understand. Then move to show. All right. I didn't get all of that different things. I am gonna take your suggestion and I'm gonna run some things just to keep our show active. So I got this $2. $2. I'm so sorry, you guys. $2. This Pyrex de Corning vintage from France bowl. Message you later. Okay, sounds good. Sounds beautiful. No problem. I know how to find you now. Thank you, Davnik. I really appreciate that. All right, so I'm going to run this. This is a 2-pound bowl. So I'm running it for our 2-pound start. We're doing random pulls today. I am taking requests as well. Let me get our 2-pound auction started. 15-second bid starting now. So $7 a pound. This is a 2-pound bowl rounded up. $14 vintage Pyrex. Gorgeous clear bowl from France. It has the France stamp on it. All right, no problem. I have a dozen bowls going Thursday at 10:30. Yeah. Yeah, so let's make that connection. Davnik, if you'll follow different things, He has a dozen. He has a lot of Pyrex stuff. He's going to run Thursday at 10:30. So maybe he'll have one of the proofing bowls you need. All right. All right, let's see how much this one weighs. All right, this is our 3-pound bowl. All right, so we got this large, I would call casserole bowl for baking, vintage Pyrex. This is a 3-pound bowl. I'm weighing our bowls and we're going by per pound today. $7 per pound for vintage Pyrex. We got this clear 3-pound bowl. Starting auction now. $21 starting bid. Vintage Pyrex large baking bowl, bakeware, casserole dish. I love the vintage Pyrex personally. I think it has just really smooth curves that are so attractive to me. I do have 2 of these bowls too. All right, let's see. Hi, join on in. So I have this Fireking, clear Fireking bake dish. It's about 3 inches tall. Bakeware Fireking clear. This is in our 2-pound category, so $14 start. Starting auction now. Fireking clear, 3-inch tall bakeware. Fireking clear, 2-pound, $14 start, $7 a pound. Auction today. Fireking clear. Okay. Next, we have our vintage Anchor Hocking decorative pie bowl. Pie bowl. It's not a pie plate, but it's cookware. It's a decorative cookware. 3 pounds. We're doing $7 a pound today, so we're starting this at 3 pounds, starting now. $7 a pound, vintage Anchor Hocking pie dish. What do you call these things? It's not a pie plate, but it's bakeware for pies. All right. Let me put this back up there safely. Wouldn't know a proofing bowl even if it proved right. Rainbow Rick, you got a sense of humor, don't you? Let me see. Let me go. Well, it's just you and me. Let me go follow and bookmark your show on Thursday because I think that would be fun to go to. All right, you said Pirates, Fireking, and other sets. So the one tomorrow, I see it. All right, I'm bookmarking it right now, Rainbow Rick. So are you, Rainbow Rick, are you do you sell, I have sets and parts, perfect. Do you sell, let me get this thing back on screen. What do you call it? Do you liquidate estates or is this just a Pyrex lot that you happen to get a hold of and you're trying to just, get rid of it? Gotcha. Hi, Ridma. Join on in. Oh, wow. Of crushed Barbies? That's interesting. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I saw a Facebook Marketplace post yesterday that I thought was interesting, but I don't know if I have the skill for it. And it's somebody about an hour from me who's giving away a box full of antique like fire trucks and cars and like the medium sized type cars, not like the little matchboxes. Hi. Hi, join on in. Hi, Luke Beck. Hi, join on in, everyone. Wow, that's amazing. Different things. I had something come across the top of my screen when Luke Beck joined in, but I couldn't see it in time. I don't know if that was a raid or not. I don't think so. But join on in. You found uranium. That's cool. We're having a vintage Pyrex sale today. I have some Fireking, some vintage, always rate out. Yeah, that's a good idea. I've been doing that my last couple of shows. Um, I have one vintage print. I have some visionware. I have some vintage Tupperware. I got 3 different patterns of crystal coasters. Oh, they're gone. Okay. Yeah, people come in and out of my shows so fast. I know sometimes you just got to pay your dues. Hi, House of Vintage Finds. Join on in. Join on in. We're selling vintage Pyrex, mostly clear Pyrex today. I got some crystal, brass, porcelain, silver plated. I got a lot of things. Some of it's on camera. Some of it is still in boxes down here. I got some Indiana glass. I have some Pyrex replacement lids. Oh, she's gone. I gotcha. Well, there. Next time someone comes in, I will. Right now, it's just you and me. I think the biggest learning curve I've had this week with whatnot is sometimes people do communicate with me thoroughly. Like they'll send me 2, 3, 4 lines of like what they're looking for and like specifying things. And then the minute I go to run their item, and I'm not talking about a delay. I mean, they told me this and they told me that, and then I pull it up and I say a couple things about the item, and then literally before I can run the auction, they're gone. And to me, the people that come in and out make more sense. You have one ready to go for tomorrow. Yeah, yeah. All right, so we're gonna run this little Pyrex lid. We have a replacement lid for a refrigerator dish. Over to State, sorry to leave you. I've had fun. Thank you so much, Rainbow Rick. I appreciate you. It's always fun to have someone to talk to on these shows. You have a good time. That's a good idea. I'll do that idea as soon as someone else comes in. Oh, thank you so much, Rainbow Rick. I appreciate you. Let's see. Some examples of the start bid displays. That's a good idea. Hey, Haley, thanks for the special request. I don't today. I just sold a 4-liter mixing bowl that was the White Daisy print. But the only print I have for today's show is this brown one right here. I do have a lot of clear vintage, though. Yeah, no problem, Haley. Are you a collector? Are you trying to finish out a collection? Oh, I gotcha. Well, good luck on your search. If you want to follow, if you wouldn't mind giving me a follow, I am a new seller on Whatnot. And if I get a chance to find one of those pieces, I will keep you in mind. Let's see, Crazy Daisy or Spring Blossom. I think my husband's going to strangle me. Well, I can't help you there, but I do understand the hunt. Man, there's something so fun about finding it. Personally, I love these clear Pyrex pie plates. I find them all the time. They're consistently overlooked because they don't have a print, and I just love them. But I'm trying to get rid of some of my inventory because you see how many clear Pyrex pie plates. Some of these are Fireking, one's in amber. This one is beautiful to me. This is my favorite piece, y'all. Beautiful. Fireking pie plate. Just a small pie plate. Says Fireking right there. You can even feel on the back the ridges of the design. Oh, that's cool. Used in the dredge, meat, and flour. That's really cool. Good to know. Well, I'm sorry I didn't have what you needed today, but it was good to talk to you. I hope you have good luck finding it. I did see there's a lot of shows going on, and you know what? I actually have a show to tell you about. Um, this guy that I just been talking. Oh, you're not online anymore. Okay, that's fine. Hi, Taylor. Join on in. I am a new seller, so I don't have a lot of an audience built up. So I'm just running special requests. I do have a lot of vintage clear Pyrex. I have one Pyrex print with lid. I have some Vision Corningware with that purplish tone and the ridges. I have a bunch of antique crystal Indiana colored glass, plated, the silver plated. Hi, Willow, come on in. And some vintage kitchen items, just different things, really. And I wish I could have them all on screen, but my angle is not quite right. I'll have to readjust that for my next show. So I want to be able to show y'all more stuff for sure. I have a bunch of replacement lids and I'm selling them at $7 a pound. I do round up, and I do that so that the shipping is correct when Whatnot bundles them. Oh, you're gone. So we'll run this Pyrex. This is one of the vintage 105C. 15C. This is for those little fridge packs. The easy grab that you can pull in and out. This is a replacement lid. It is vintage Pyrex. It is 1 pound. We're running it for $7 a pound today. We're starting auction now at 15 seconds. So the Pyrex lid, this is the flat handle. It would go on top and you can grab it really easy in and out of the fridge. Vintage Pyrex, clear lid, running now. All right. So we have this beautiful vintage hand mixer. I love this little thing. I had considered buying it from myself. Got this mixer. Works perfectly. Vintage mixer. Random pulls starting $7 a pound. This is $7 starts starting now. Oh, no one's online. All right, those of you joining me on YouTube, thanks for joining. We had some good conversations with folks. Rainbow Rick, thank you so much. Had a nice conversation with Haley Pooh. She was looking for specific things. A lot of people coming in for very specific things today. And that makes a lot of sense to me. I just wish I'd had what they were looking for. Davnik. Courtney Farmer. She was asking about things. Somebody asked about Fireking. And then, of course, the Pyrex lids with the flat handle. And Jen the jellyfish joined back in just now, but she left really quick. And that's okay. I'm going to go follow a few people. And then we're going to raid out. And if you don't know, if you're on Facebook Live and don't know what that means, I didn't know for a long time either. But you raid out means you take everyone who's currently in your show and you send them to somebody else's show and they get that ding that says someone is rating you. And it makes them feel great because they have more people, more potential buyers in their show. thanks to you. So even if it's just you, still might be worth it. All right, I think I've followed several people, especially the ones that were communicating with me. So now we're going to rate out. So thanks. Thanks, YouTube Live. I think it'll end it here when I rate us to another show. In fact, I'm going to rate into another show that only has one person because I want them to feel seen. All right, thanks everyone. We're leaving now.